Hey everyone, welcome to our final edition of the YA Weekly Word, and this week we come to the letter Z and to focus on the word zeal. Zeal, which is a word that essentially means passion for God. It's a word that means unction, fuel for worship. Essentially, it's the thing that drives us to praise God. And Paul is reflecting on this as he writes to the church at Rome. I think we'll get to chapter 10 of Romans sometime next year. But in chapter 10 there at the beginning, Paul is reflecting about his brothers according to the flesh, fellow Israelites who have a zeal for God. I'll even read the verse here. In chapter 10 of Romans, you can hear his pastoral heart. He says, "Brothers, my heart's desire and prayer to God for them, Israel, is that they may be saved." He wants them to come to know Jesus. "I bear them witness that they have a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge." This is an alarming thing. It's possible that we could have lots of passion for God. We could have lots of zeal for God. We could be really, really excited about worshiping God in a way that doesn't accord with right doctrine about Him. We may be offering our excitement and praise to a God that we don't know, which translates into random expressions of praise that in reality is idolatry. It's not right worship of the true God because we haven't been enlightened to truth about Him. Now, I'm not saying that we should give ourselves wholeheartedly to the study of theology that doesn't result in doxology or praise, because that's an equally dangerous pitfall. We can easily fall into thinking all kinds of right things about God that never translates into worship. But what Paul is concerned with here is a zeal for God, doxology, that is in line with truth about God, theology. And that's what Paul is concerned about. That's why we do these kinds of videos, so that the young adults ministry at the Met is not only one that thinks right things about God, but sings right praises to God. And so I pray that this series has been an encouragement to you, that each week it's provided a little touch point. Maybe if you haven't been tuning into them, you can look back through the videos in our YouTube channel, that it might spark a zeal for God that accords with truth about God. And I trust that it will by God's grace. Grace and peace to you all.